Hey, it's Cosmic Charles, and I'm back with another video. So, tonight we're gonna party like it's 2025. Okay, turbo party time. So I haven't made any changes to the deck, because the only change I've been pursuing I'm highly skeptical of actually being good. But I talked about that last time, so we'll just talk about what this deck does. So, people have described this deck as similar to Belcher. No, I've never played Belcher, but I'm assuming that. But I have seen people play it, so I know what it does. And yeah, it is pretty similar. What you're trying to do is you're trying to just put like a bunch of beef on the table all at once and kill them in with without really drawing all that many cards. So you're just trying to put a bunch of stuff on the table and kill them quickly using some powerful spells like Avenging Hunter, Goblin War Party, or potentially by casting a Glimpse and combining that with First Day of Class. Now, First Day of Class puts an effect where whenever a creature enters the battlefield, it gets a +1/+1 counter on it. Now, there is another common card that does this, but for some reason it's not available on Magic Online. That card is called Master Chef. I don't know why it's not. If it was, there's a bunch of decks I would brew, but I don't know why it's not available on Magic Online, but whatever. And we also have, yeah, so what this does, it means that our Goblin War Party, you don't really need to entwine anymore if you want to get like the +1/+1 effect on the creatures, so that's nice. So it's almost like a reduction for that, although entwining it, if you have extra mana, it's still good to entwine it. Works well with the Glimpse the Impossible as well, because it makes the tokens large. Also works well with basically everything in your deck. And of course, there's a Leyline Weaver First Day of Class combo where by giving it haste, it can replace a mana for itself if you have a reducer on the battlefield. Now, this deck, its main weakness is that you have to keep a hand with a lot of stuff because you don't have that much card draw. But its strength is that it can play through pretty much anything if you have a strong hand. Yeah, that about sums it up. We're going to get into the league and try and go pretty ham here. All right, there we go. We'll wait for... Now, it's been a little bit since I've played this deck. Oh, here we go. We're hoping for good hands. Now, I'm running 3 forests in this deck because of all the filtering we have. So it's better to have untapped sources. This is a lot of lands and 2 Goblin War Party, but no reducers. But I think, who's on the play? It's slow. I'm still going to keep it, though, because I don't really want a mulligan. We'll see what we're up against. Cost reducers really make this hand kind of live, so maybe I'm hoping that on turn 3 we can do something. So they gain some life with the Cabrera Crossroads. This is either Black-White Blade or possibly Acid Trip. I don't know if Acid Trip's good or bad for us. I don't think it's Acid Trip. I think it's, yeah, it's Blade. Alright, and they exile my graveyard. So it's a slower hand, that's good. We might want to go for a Glimpse once we have enough mana. In response, we'll discard this forest to their fams. That is a... We can't cast that this turn, but that was a very good draw. We can cast it next turn. We're still going to discard the forest to a refurb. Whether or not we cast the Avenging Hunter depends on what they play this turn. They go Limbass. Oh, sorry, I'm out of breath. So that means they could cast a Glinthawk here, if they have a Plains or something. But they don't, and we draw the thing. So we can go Goblin and Archomancer into Avenging Hunter. We can go Goblin and Archomancer, Seething Song. So we're going to go Goblin and Archomancer here, and I think we'll lead on the Seething Song. Or should we wait? Because we could just play the Avenging Hunter, but I think I'd rather go Goblin and Archomancer, Seething Song. This is 6, so this will be down to 3, so I can cast a Glimpse. I can cast a Glimpse here. 1, 2. Hope to hit more mana. We did not. We could cast this other thing here, but we're not going to. So we're just going to go 4. Play this forest. If we play that, that's 2. But I don't think it's worth it, so instead we're just going to cast this Avenging Hunter. And we do get a lot of mana here, so it's not even that bad that we lose the Thornscape Familiar. It also, because it gives us 3 more creatures for these Goblin War parties as well. We'll just take Another mountain. Then we'll pass the turn. And we'll probably go Goblin War Party Entwined next turn, depending on what they do here. You go Tithing Blade. Alright. We'll sacrifice a spawn. And they concede. Alright. So we take game 1 against Tithing Blade. And let's see what we can do game 2. We're not going to bring in anything. We'll just submit the deck. I don't think we need the Flaring Pain. At least I hope we don't need the Flaring Pain. We have kind of always have a sideboard because we have this first day of class. It lets us get Firebending Lesson, Origin of Metal Bending, How to Start a Riot, or Abandoned Attachments. Kali Kais has compared it to or Pass Summoning or Elemental Summoning. Kali Kais has compared it to like a wish board. But yeah, which it is which it pretty much is. It's really similar in that respect. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. Firebending Lesson is pretty good because of Crowd Clan Shaman. It's a way of having an answer to it, and just like in your deck. I think it's worthwhile running in the sideboard. Alright, we were running Mind Collapse, but I just didn't really feel worth it. So this is actually pretty decent. We can go Sandstone Needle into BTE, Goblin, and Archimancer. We are going to have to hope to draw pretty well, but we can be like something like... Oh, wait. This is against Black-White. This isn't the best hand against Black-White because of all their edicts, but... okay, well, we just, we drew it anyway. So we're going to go... BTE into Leyline Weaver isn't good because we need the green mana. So we need green mana here. I don't want to BTE then, because I'd rather be able to go Seething Song, BTE, Avenging Hunter. I do think it's worth casting the Leyline Weaver, though. If you draw another green source, I'm going to go BTE into Goblin and Archimancer. But we need to draw a green source. We don't. So instead, I'm just going to go Sandstone Needle and Leyline Weaver. 1-2. They can kill the Leyline Weaver. That's fine. Or they can leave the Leyline Weaver. That's also fine. Leyline Weaver is currently our second source of green, so if it dies, we just need to go... Okay, so they just kill it, that's fine. As long as they don't play a creature here. They don't. Okay. So now we don't even have to sacrifice our thing if we don't want to. That's pretty good. But I think we want to, because I'd like to play this Goblin and Archimancer. I'm pretty sure. So that would bring me down to 6. 2. So that's 6. So that would allow us to cast an Archimancer this turn. Or conversely, we can save our mana, which I think actually makes more sense now. Just play the Mountain. Go Seething Song. Burning Tree Emissary, and we can save this Sandstone Needle to maybe be able to do something with Goblin War Party a little easier. Add the green. Avenging Hunter, grab Forest. And we'll discard a Goblin and Archimancer should they make us discard. Unfortunately, we need 6 mana to kick the Goblin War Party with an Archimancer, so... we wouldn't be able to do it next turn. We could just cast it, though, for make 3/1/1s. Which we might do, but it would cost both of our Sandstone Needles. Alright, there you go, Lambas. I feel like this means there's a Glinthawk incoming. 1 more mana, we can entwine this Goblin War Party. There's a refurb, we'll discard 1 and Archimancer. Let's see what they have for us here. That's a Thraben Inspector. So, we can go Lost Well, dig for mana. Or we can go Forge. They have 3 cards in hand. Normally, I would always go for Forge. Every time I don't, usually it bites me. Because, like, what am I going to be even bottoming here? I can go Forge onto the BTE, but that's not what I want. So I can go... green, that... Okay, I am going to go Lost Well here. Alright. I might be wrong. I like the... Do I like this Thornscape Familiar in this mountain? Do I like both of these? I think I do, actually. Put on top. Put on top. You may have to discard this Thornscape Familiar, but I think that's fine, because both of those things make us able to go Goblin War Party next turn. Alright, combat. Swing like this. Or actually, we'll save this back for Edict. Edict effects? Yeah. Alright, because they could... Alright, we could have swung in with the BTE, maybe that was right, but we'll see. Combat damage. If they don't kill the Goblin and Archimancer, we can entwine a Goblin War Party. And I guess we maybe should have bought them. No, I want to be able to do it even if they take the... Well, they will take the initiative here. Alright, let's see if they do here. Okay. So they're going to get a land. No, it's probably better to stack those differently, because I could have... Because I want to have 7 mana. I want to just be able to Goblin War Party if I have to. Alright, they play Swamp. No, they play Goldmire Bridge. And they kill my Avenging Hunter, I'd have to assume here. No, they go Court Skyfisher, return something. Okay. We can entwine Goblin War Party this turn and make a Catacomb token. Alright. Still don't know if Stash was the right answer or not. Actually, no, we did this right because I needed this mountain. Alright. Play this. I guess actually, wait, I did not need this mountain. Could have held that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast with Entwine. And it's looking like we really should have forged and gone into trap, because this probably would have been lethal here. All right, so we'll swing in. We'll lose. They can choose to chump to eat a goblin dude here that they wanted to, or trade with a Thornscape Familiar. We'll just see how much damage we can deal here. We really should have gone down through forge. Okay. All right. I think that's pretty good for us. Really should have gone down through forge and trap. We would have won right here, but stash. Okay. Now they could draw a field wipe spell. So once again, we should have just gone through forge. Let's see if they can win here. If they can wipe the field and kill our Anarchomancer, they've probably won. Okay, Lambast means they probably won't be able to. They can go up to 6. They can go to Lost Well or Forge here if they want. They need to kill this Avenging Hunter, so they can go up to 6 and kill the Avenging Hunter, probably. Where this is still lethal, though, so the life gain isn't really a solution. They choose not to attack. We go down to Catacombs. No response. And we'll go combat, swing all out. We only have... I guess not with the Goblin... I guess not with the Anarchomancer. Actually, that's dumb. What I'm worried about is I should have played this Avenging Hunter first. That was a mistake. Okay. So making a couple errors here. They go up to 6. Alright. They go up to 9. Clear blockers. They block 2. They go to 1. So yeah, that... So we really should be doing a better job here. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll just go this. Playing a little sloppy. Hopefully we'll get the sloppiness out now. And we're going to grab a forest, I suppose, here. Oh, wait, no. We did hit the Avenging Hunter, but... And we'll grab a forest. They're going to need to go... what they need now is they need to have Crypt Rafts plus a lifelink spell, and then we might be in a bad position again. We've given our opponent every opportunity to win here, so hopefully we don't get bit. All right, what do they do? Omen of the Dead, so that doesn't do it. I'm pretty sure we've just won here. Bring back Rats, draw a card. I don't see any out. I don't see any out for them. Unless they would just... Okay, nope. What are they going to do? Maybe they have Prismatic Strands, but even that doesn't work because we have, like, a black thing and 3 red things. Alright, so we win. Played very, very sloppily. We need to tighten our games. So we will attempt to play a little tighter now. Yeah. Sorry. So... Yeah, like, the deck is good when it draws well. But, but, like, you're running, like, 4, 8, like, 12 hits. Maybe you can count Glimpse. And you can also just have a card that's really dense, creature dense with first. Well, yeah, you always need first or something. Even, like, going, like turn 2, for example, like, Goblin and like BTE, an Archomancer, Thornscape, or Leyline Weaver, or something like that. That puts 3 2x creatures in the battlefield. That'll be good against decks that have a lot of stack interaction, but they can. But sometimes I know they don't. But that's one of the ways that you can kind of get blue decks is just by doing something like that on turn 2. And if you have a hand that has a lot of them, if they use some of their like blue blast effects on those creatures, that might be good for you, in that you can resolve like a Goblin War Party or First Day of Class. I've also decided, I think I said this before, but to go up to a 6 Pyroblast effect. And that reason is it really just felt kind of weird just running 1 Mind Collapse in the sideboard. Doesn't really feel like it's doing, like, that's really good deck building. So I decided to just kind of do that. I'm pretty sure I can fit in 6. All right. If I can't, then maybe that was a bad idea. Yes. We'll keep this. It's pretty close. It's a mana away from doing a lot of stuff. What we'll do is we'll probably go BTE into Thornscape Familiar, and then we'll go Manamorphose, First Day, Leyline Weaver into Leyline Weaver. That's not going to work with Mountain, so we need to draw untapped source here. That counts as an untapped source, actually. So we're going to go Desperate Ritual. Well, hold on. Let me just count first. So if we go Desperate Ritual 3, Thornscape Familiar... Yeah, this works. Okay, so I think we just do this, and then we... What do we grab with First Day of Class? We can probably... Is it the How to Start a Party? Or How to Start... Yeah, I think it is How to Start a Riot, right? Alright, so Desperate Ritual. Okay, Burning Tree Emissary. Yeah, unfortunately the Burning Tree Emissary won't have haste. None of these things are going to be able to attack. But I feel like this is still the right thing to do. And then we'll go Thornscape Familiar. I'm going to go Manamorphose. I'm going to go red here. Maybe we hit a Seething Song. We don't. We hit another First Day, though. So we'll go First Day of Class. And we'll grab How to Start a Riot. Right, How to Start a Riot. I'm going to go Leyline Weaver. Gives it haste. Tap for red, Leyline Weaver. And we actually can attack with this one. So combat, attack. There was an argument for getting the other one with this. By the other one, I mean the elemental summoning, but I just feel like our Leyline Weavers are going to get bolted. They could get rid of our Thornscape, perhaps. What is this? Clockwork into that? Sure. Oh, and they swing in. So they did not read how to start a riot does. I'm pretty sure that just kills them here, right? So, and we can do... Okay, wait, can we do it all? I think we can. We can play Mountain. We can grab... Yeah, we can do it all, but we would have to tap our Leyline Weavers, though, which means we can't do it all. So if I go how to start a riot for 2, how much? They're at 17. That's 5, 10, 14. Yeah, it's lethal. All right, so... right? This is lethal. Am I missing anything here? No, I'm not missing anything. All right, red, because that's 5, 10, 14. It's 18 damage, so how to start a riot? Choose a BTE. Choose me. Combat. Attack. Okay, so that was weird. So once again, some people don't like to read cards, and that's fine. But, you know, you're going to learn the hard way then. So, which, you know, to be fair, I also learn the hard way sometimes. Sometimes it's better. What am I trying to do anyway? I don't think there's anything to bring in. So we'll just resubmit it and hope to continue to draw well. Like, there are a bunch of traps in this line that you do, like, oh, this is such a sweet, like, value play, but sometimes, okay, so this we will keep. A lot of potential again. We are going to lead on the Leyline Weaver, I believe. We'll get bolted, though. I guess we'll go BTE into Leyline Weaver. They will both get bolted. You could also go BTE into Goblin and Archomancer, which would 100% get bolted. But is that any better? Because the reason not to do that is because we could draw an untapped land and then do stuff with our Manamorphose. But if I played this Goblin and Archomancer, it's 100% getting, like, bolted. In fact, probably both of our creatures are getting bolted. And I think this Goblin and Archomancer is really important because of that in particular. So we can go... We can attempt to draw something, but I think it's better just to go BT Burning Tree Emissary. Because let's say there's a mountain on top of our deck. This Manamorphose actually generates a fair bit of mana. So we're just going to go Burning Tree Emissary. And if this Leyline Weaver stays alive, that's also an advantage as well. All right, Leyline Weaver. If they go Goblin Bushwhacker, I don't think we block. We take it and try to kill them somehow. We don't currently have a haste effect to do so. This looks like a Goblin Bushwhacker. That's... How much damage is that? It's not a Goblin Bushwhacker. Okay. So we really need to draw a mountain now. We'll block a human. Okay. And they go end the festivities. Interesting. So we're in trouble now. Trouble times for me. They only have one card in hand. We pass back here. We pass back and hope to draw an untapped land. It's not worth trying to chain our Manamorphoses into doing it, because those are our rituals. Will we be able to get lethal? Maybe. We have the double familiar thing out. There's a Bushwhacker that does not kill us. We just really need to hit an untapped land. So we might be able to lethal them. We have a lot of our things here, unless there's 0 cards in hand. So that is another Manamorphose we really need to hit here. So we're going to go red-green. Okay. Red, green. Please be a untapped land. It's a tap land. All right. Red, green. Red, green. That's an untapped land. All right. So we can go Goblin and Narcomancer. Manamorphose, red, green. Red and green, because we need to play this Thornscape Familiar. Thornscape Familiar, they have 0 cards in hand. Okay, but they have 2 draws. We can go Glimpse, but I think we need this Glimpse. So we're just going to go the Leyline Weaver. And hope they draw dead, and they don't draw one thing of damage. I mean, that's really asking a lot here, but... Right, what do? They go BTE, and they have no cards to discard. So, oh, where did that come from? Did they exile something? Another mountain. What else do they have in exile here? Another land? What's happening? Where are these spells coming from? Oh, he's making a soldier token. Next, something else. That. So do we need to block with this? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can block here, and we can block here. We go down to 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. 1. Need to hit a Seething Song and, like, be able to kill them as well. So this Glimpse was actually pretty good. So Glimpse, please have a Seething Song on top. That is a Seething Song. We might be able to do it because of all of these Goblin War parties here. So we can go Seething Song. We should Glimpse again. We don't have enough to go double Goblin War party. Will we pull this off? Glimpse? I don't think... That's another mountain. So we can go Goblin War... So we can go Goblin War party. So play mountain. We can go Goblin War party for 2 and just make some goblins. Right, cast. Create 3 1/1 goblin creatures. 2. We untap the Weaver. No response. No response. I don't think this is 20, though. We can go green. Play this. That's 3, costs 4. So it costs 4 to actually... No, it costs 5. So this. So you can play this, and then we don't have enough to do what we wanted to do. To entwine it. We can try and hope not to be dead as well. So, let's see here. We have 4 mana. It costs 5 to entwine. We play a Thornscape Familiar. It costs that. If we just cast it to make 3 blockers, it's not a good idea. We cast the Avenging Hunter. We can't do anything. I think they got us here, but maybe there's some way out of this. Let's see here. So if I go Thornscape Familiar, this costs 1, right? So I'll go Thornscape Familiar. No, if I cast this costs 1. So I should cast this then. Right, so we'll go Thornscape Familiar. Then we'll go 1 for a Goblin War party. We cannot cast with Enshrine, so cast. We can give all of our creatures haste. That's not enough to kill, because they block here or here, and that's only 2, 4, 6, whatever. So we will make 3 1/1 goblins. No response. And then... Oh, we messed up. This isn't enough to actually, no, it's not. But anyway, we were out of that game anyway. We just didn't have enough to kill them. We would have needed to hit more mana off the top. So they got us game 2. We were trying to aim towards something, but like they would have killed us probably anyway, because they would have had like a lot of hits to hit 1 damage. We will resubmit, and we're on the play now, so that's good. We were pretty actually almost close to getting there. I think the answer was to, instead of casting the... I should have entwined the first copy. That would have only left me with 1 mana, though, so maybe that's not right. Yes. So this is Desperate Ritual, green, green, maybe? We are on the play. We have 4 mana. If we draw another mana source, if we're able to entwine this Desperate Ritual, we might be able to do something here. And we are very close to like an untapped land off the top would have put us in a much better position game 2 here. So not the greatest hand, but let's see what we can do here. We might just go Desperate Ritual into Glimpse the Impossible. Never mind. Alright, Desperate Ritual. Cast, make 3. Seething Song, green, green. I would have liked them to have tapped out here, but they didn't. Now, the question is, if I play the Goblin and Necromancer, can I also play this Avenging Hunter? Okay. Green and green. So that puts me down to 3. Plus 2, yeah, so I can. So I can go, this puts me down to 3 plus 2, yeah. So Goblin and Necromancer. They'll probably bolt here too. Desperate Ritual. Here's a bolt. Okay, no response. No response. Avenging Hunter. And we'll grab a Forest. Now, if they go for the dude, the question is, do I block? Because I don't know if I want to block their any one of their their 1/1 haste to, because they could go lightning bolts. I think I won't block. I'm probably going to attempt to cast Glimpse the Impossible regardless. I will forge. I will block here if this is a human thing. Ah, so it's a BTE into human thing. That'd be pretty good. They could even leave 1 back to block, but this is trample. Okay, so they just reveal a lightning bolt they can't cast. Alright. Forge onto our Avenging Hunter. It's important to do this to try and keep it like a little more at bolt range. Like they would need to double bolt it. I mean, it would have been nice to hit mana as well, but I think this is just right to do. Wow, really, really close here, right? We can go first day, bolt your thing. No. We're just going to go Glimpse the Impossible. Puts us kind of weak to an end of the festivities, but I want to have blockers up. That was really good. We'll play a Sandstone Needle. Alright, combat. And we'll swing in for 7. We also are able to cast first day of class into Goblin an Archimancer if we'd like. We currently are not able to go first day class into anything that's not green. But we could, yeah, unless we want to not cast our Goblin. Oh, they did have the end of festivities. Alright, so they had the end of festivities. Do they have double bolt on our thing? No, they don't. So they get in and they get a mountain here. And they swing me down to 14. It's trample. What are you doing? All right, so this opponent, I don't know why I guess they forgot that I had trample. Maybe they're panicking. Okay, no response. I'd very much like to be able to cast this Goblin Archimancer while leaving open mana, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So we're going to go to Trap to be almost dead. Oh, we can. We can actually go this, that, first day into nothing. Yeah. Wait. No, we can't. All right. So we can leave open 1 green. That's the best we can do. We can also first day now. Grab a bolt, but it doesn't really matter. All right. So BTE. And this should be pretty problematic for them, I think. BTE. Let's see what they do. I don't think they're able to remove our Avenging Hunter from this position. Goblin and Archimancer. Combat. And we'll swing in for 7. We could have done that after blocks as well, but there's nothing we really could have left up. If they have Fire Blast, they can Fire Blast our Avenging Hunter, which would have been a reason. Oh, that's probably what they had. So now we've kind of said, hey, told them that you shouldn't Fire Blast post-combat. We could have probably just got them by swinging first, because now they're inclined not to Fire Blast. All right, we'll trap them down to 1. Let me look at my sideboard here. This is only the creature, right? Only the creature. All right. So we'll go to trap. Now they need to be able to take the initiative, kill our Avenging Hunter and both of our creatures. Alright, end step. We might even let them take the initiative here, rather than trade with anything. But that could be really risky. Alright, no response. We don't have the Manamorphose, unfortunately. Alright. If they just swing with Burning Tree, do we block? They only have one card in hand. I don't think they can possibly kill our Avenging Hunter. Oh, sorry for burping there, by the way. I didn't realize I was about to. Otherwise, I would have tried to stop myself. And we win the match. Alright, so we're 2-0. Let's see if you can run it back for number 3 now. So that was alright. Avenging Hunter very strong again. We had managed to get early. It was nice that we managed to that we were able to go. Let me display the card view here. That we were able to go Goblin and Archomancer into Desperate Ritual for the Avenging Hunter, because it allowed them to tap a bolt for that. Because it's possible if they had that bolt, they would be able to double bolt our Avenging Hunter, which could have been very bad for us. And yes, so one of the cards I was considering not running was Abandoned Attachments, but I found while playing it there were situations in which it was your only option. So we're up against Galagio, which is usually means this is a burn player or a what player? Or a blue player. This hand is not the greatest, but it does have double familiar with Glimpse and the BTE to get them down. We are really short on mana, so we're hoping to hit lands and or rituals. We have 8 rituals and I believe 15 more lands. I believe this is a 16 land deck, right? Let's see here. What do they have? Mountain. So it is in fact burn. So going BTE into Goblin whatever is not a good idea. We did hit lands though. So that means that I will just flood out a bit here and hope they can't kill everything. So we'll go BTE. Into Goblin and Archomancer. Into Thornscape Familiar. And we again want to hit a ritual. Let's see what they do here. We could have tried to hold back a little longer, but I felt like that, like if they just go double bolt here, we're in trouble. They could discard, okay, it's, oh, wait, what? Oh, it's Rally Burn, not the same thing. What if they bolt something here? No, oh, into another. Wow, that's a lot. Do they have a bolt? Yes, they do. That's unfortunate. So they have their double BTE start, unfortunately. And they got our Goblin and Archomancer. So now we can go red, green. We're going to go for a Glimpse. And hope to hit more mana. We hit a Sandstone Needle. Now the question is, do I value the Sandstone Needle more than I value the Burning Tree Emissary? And I think the answer is yes. We can also go with another Glimpse. But then what are we doing? So we'll just play the Sandstone Needle. And then we'll make some tokens. Because we need the mana. We're not going to block with our Thornscape Familiar if we can help it. We are not in the best position here. The hand was always going to be kind of awkward into slow decks anyway. But maybe we should have waited a turn. Right, how much damage is this? That is 3, 6. So we could block this too. This is 3, 6, 10, 12. That would put us down to 7. I'm not in the mood for blocking, so I will simply take 3. I'll take it. Okay. This isn't lethal, right? No, it's not. They have 1 card in hand. Oh, and they Fire Blast our familiar. Touche, touche, touche. Touche. So, I guess we'll just go Goblin War Party, make 3 1/1s. Then next turn go Avenging Hunter. Hope they don't ever see, what's it called? And the festivities. Wow. Okay, that's not good for us. So we can get rid of all their 1/1s here. Which I guess is what we do. Declare blockers. We go down to 3 if we do that. So I guess we go like this, 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 and I guess we don't want to go down to 3. Okay. Okay. Combat damage. We go down to 5. They have a Voldaren Epicure they can cast next turn. We can do this. This is going to give them a land, unfortunately. Avenging Hunter. We'll grab a mountain. However, what we can do is then we're going to have to hope that they can't bolt and kill our dude. But what we can do is we can cast another Glimpse next turn and make some blockers. So they have the Voldaren Epicure. We are going to get down to 3 here. So we're dead to a lot of things. If they just drew a bolt, we're dead. Okay. Down to 2. Gal Blast also kills us. That was not a Gal Blast. So we're going to go Glimpse the Impossible. Play... Do I want to play any of these lands? I think I do. I'll play... So I take the initiative. I make 3 blockers. Yeah, you're not going to play any of the lands. Right, combat. Had we cast Desperate Ritual first, we could have cast this Goblin and Archimancer. Does he have another Fire Blast? This would be the time to cast it. Alright. Right, he's down to 15. We're going to go down through Forge here. And we're dead to any burn spell off the... Like, they have double thing. I don't think we're going to win this one. But we maybe... This is game 2, I believe. So we're not going to play any of these lands. We just want to be able to block as much as we can. Right, they go Ren's Resolve. What do they hit? 2 cards. They hit another Ren's Resolve and a BTE. They discard a card from... No, they do that. Well, it's a good thing we have O1s. Alright, so... Question is, do I want to leave one of these up? I think I do. So I can go down to 1. How many Voldaren Epicures have you seen? 1, 2. Alright, declare blockers. Block. Block. Go down to 1. Oh, why did I do that? They have the Forge now. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. They can go Forge. And now I'm dead to like, the trap. They go Lost Well. So they're just going to scry for anything. Let's see if they go top here. Alright, that's probably enough to get them the game. Let's see. So how do we block there? That's 8. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go Manamorphose. We're going to go red. Right, red and red. Doesn't really help us here. We're going to concede. We're dead. Alright, had we blocked, we still would have been probably dead. There's no real way out of that for us. Unfortunately, our life total was too low. Had we blocked, maybe we could have got there, like, blocked with our BT or something, but they did bolt it or do something to it, so that was significant. We are just going to resubmit. Oh, this is game 1. Oh, that's right. They're playing the same mat deck as the other guy I just faced. So we need to win both post-board matchups. They'll probably be running end the festivities. We have to hope that we draw in such a way that it doesn't matter. They're also going to be trying to keep removal up for, like, our FAMs and such. And they are a deck that has like the ability to take the initiative pretty well, so we'll see how it goes. What we're basically hoping for is a good first day of class hand. That's usually enough to just outclass them in terms of what they're doing. Let's just see though what they will be doing here. All right, are they almost done? Looks like it. Right, yes, I would like to be on the play. Can't keep that. Not like this. Oh my goodness. So we will bottom one Goblin War Party. I don't want to go any lower. We're just going to hope to draw like a Sandstone Needle off the top or something. This hand does have potential, and it also, like yes, we need to hit lands, like, desperately. But if we do hit lands, I just think it's better than going to 6. We'll lead on the Thornscape Familiar. They'll bolt the Thornscape Familiar. If they lead with untapped red mana, not do anything, do we not do anything? I think that depends on whether or not we draw land here. However, I don't really want to give them the tempo advantage of me playing a creature, then bolting it, particularly because our Hickory Woodlot has counters on it. If they tap out, I will play the Thornscape Familiar. If they don't tap out, then I won't. Of course, the better card to run is actually the Leyline Weaver, but that I actually value a little more than this Thornscape Familiar right now, because it adds our red mana. Okay, this opponent drew a card, so I wonder what they're thinking about. I guess they're thinking about whether or not to leave the mountain up or not, and they decide to leave it up, which is a solid choice. We hit that, which doesn't do anything right now. I'm not really inclined just to go Thornscape Familiar, have our Thornscape Familiar die this, like, immediately. I don't think they have anything really to do even, so I'm fine with just taking a draw here while they tap out. So now they go Rens Resolve, and they reveal BTE. So now I'll play my Thornscape Familiar. Or should I play my Leyline Weaver, because it actually lets me do something next turn if they let it live. I'll play my Leyline Weaver. I do not expect it to live. It'll probably be, like, immediately killed, but what can you do? At least it doesn't die to end the festivities. Alright, they go BTE. Imagine this is going to be BTE. I don't know. I think this untapped mountain is going to kill our Leyline Weaver almost 100%. And they bolt. So we need to hit a red mana. Tapped red source. Last time for the tap being good would be this turn. Next turn it'll have to be untapped if we don't hit. And we only have 2, so Sandstone Needle might give us a shot, but we're in a fair bit of trouble now. And again, I just don't think it was worth mulliganing to 5. Yeah, like you have to, yeah, so this is very bad. Our only shot is to have untapped, is to have a mountain. And then from that mountain, no, there's no shot actually. We just lose. Wait, no, we have it. No, because we would need the thing. Yeah, we'll just concede here. All right, I don't think 3, 6, 9, 12, 16. Yeah, we're dead. Unfortunate. We lost to the burn deck, but, you know, some of our variants kind of came into play there. Like, yes, you could argue we could have mulliganed to 5. I just don't think it was worth it. Game 1, yeah, again, we just had the hands where we were kind of like pigeonholed on our mana, unfortunately. Now, maybe game 1, I was a little too impatient with playing my cards out, and I should have waited a turn for them to tap out, potentially. But it's not like we had the first day of class to really go off that turn anyway. Would it have made a difference? Possibly, but I'm not certain. So we're 2-1 now. Let's see if we can get a 4-1. We're against Aster 17. Okay, Aster. So this is a turn 3 Avenging Hunter. Aster's on the play. No rituals, no ramp. We can keep it because it has land. I will keep it. It has all the top end. All we really need are some familiars and things. And, like, this Goblin War Party can be good. Now, if this is a blue deck, this is probably not very good at all. But our opponent's going down to 4. In fact, there's very few decks in which this is really good, especially on the play. But against a Multifor, I think we'll probably be fine, unless this is something like Multifor Perfect Spy hand. Swap. So is this Spy? We don't know. Notably, because we were running like these high-risk strategies, by high-risk strategies I mean like initiative things. If they just play a creature and have snuff out, they could come back from this. So we'll play another... We'll play the Sandstone Needle because we have double Mountain. And next turn we're going to go Mountain Avenging Hunter, grab Forest. So this looks like some type of control deck that had a horrendous hand. Alright, so we'll just go Avenging Hunter. Always yield. Always yield. Always yield. We're going to grab ourselves a Forest here. And we'll pass the turn. Alright, they go Fanatical Offering. And do they concede? Concede? Yes, they concede. Alright, so now I'm starting to think about that burn game again. I guess I really should have waited instead of playing my stuff into his removal. I was hoping that if one survived, I could still do something. And one did survive, but I think we were just shy of doing something. Like, that was all that relevant that turn. Like, that was our window, so maybe I should have let myself get another draw spell before trying for it. But it's a ticking clock against burn. Resubmit. I don't think they run... If it's Turbo Fog, we want this Flaring Pain. If it's not Turbo Fog, we don't want this Flaring Pain. I'm not bringing in Flaring Pain until I see a Fog effect. Alright, so this hand has not very much action, but it does have a potential. One piece of card. Now, normally I wouldn't keep this hand unless it was like something like Ruby Storm, because there's no like real hits here. But we're going to hope to hit a hit. We're going to hope to get something. So we can go Thornscape Familiar into Leyline Weaver, or we can just try and hold back a little longer, because this is probably a deck that runs like a large amount of removal. So maybe it's not right to try and do some stuff. Like, what would they kill here? You know what? Let's go for it. So we're going to go this. We're going to go Thornscape Familiar. We're going to go Manamorphose. We're going to go red-green. Right, Manamorphose, green. They might have Snuff Out here. They don't have Snuff Out. We'll go red, and we'll go green. Now we'll go Desperate Ritual. Then we'll go Goblin and Narcomancer. Then we'll go Glimpse the Impossible. Uh-oh. Alright, so I guess we'll just go... we can't even play that Thornscape Familiar. That's unfortunate. So he just kind of bricked. Oh well, we will play the Leyline Weaver then. Yeah, we can't cast it. So let's play the Leyline Weaver for one. And make a bunch of tokens. Alright. We don't even have red mana now, unfortunately. Right. Well, we do, but it's like... locked in our hand. Any order. Playing around Edict effects, though. That's nice. Playing right into Field Wipe, though. At least we have 6 attacking cards. So that's nice. And a lot of mana. There looks like they might be leaving open Fog. We'll play a Sandstone Needle. We'll move to combat. Attack with all creatures. I'll attack with the Spawn, sure. What's the worst that can happen? And they kill something. No, they sack it to draw some cards. Okay, I guess they're trying to get... they want to use Crypt Rats. I'm assuming here. They kill a Leyline Weaver. And they kill an Archomancer. And they exile my graveyard. Alright. Good draw would be Goblin War Party. Let's see if we can hit one. We're going to go red-green here. Manamorphose. We'll go red and green. Just a mountain. Alright. Move to combat. Swinging for 2. Probably lost this game, but this is the risk of keeping a hand that doesn't do anything. Like, but just has, like, the mana creatures. It's okay against, like, blue strategies, but against decks that have removal, it's not very good. So there was a strong argument for mulliganing, but it was a functional hand. Why are they... So I guess they think I do stuff with Graveyard here. I don't. Oh, because of flying. So now this Avenging Hunter is not very good. So I can play the Avenging Hunter, which I think I'm forced into doing. Actually, undo. Now, hopefully they'll think that I'm just trying to bluff that I have it, because I am going to swing into the Fairy Macabre here. Okay. Combat. Swing. Now, if they have removal plus blocker, we're in trouble. So you know what? We're not going to play the Avenging Hunter. We're just going to keep passing. We're just going to keep passing it back until we have a way of taking back the initiative through some stuff, or they tap out and are able to do some things. Because play Avenging Hunter, kill Avenging Hunter, kill Thraben Inspector, take the initiative is not how you win this game. Then perhaps blocking with that Fairy Macabre, and then me resolving the Avenging Hunter, perhaps. This is also a deck that might run Avenging Hunter themselves. We shall see. Alright, combat. No point in playing out the Avenging Hunter. I will play out a Burning Tree Emissary, though. You never know, maybe they'll block one of these days. And if we like draw a first day of class, we can just kill their Fairy Macabre. Okay. What do they do? Let's see here. They kill it with a Doomblade. And they're just like chilling back with this Fairy Macabre. So what's this? This is a Crypt Rats, and they wipe my board. Okay. So we're still waiting for a, what's it called? A first day of class would be nice. I don't think it's worthwhile. Again, I don't think it's worthwhile playing this Avenging Hunter. We're just going to play another Burning Tree Emissary and pass the turn. Just waiting for a first day of class, pretty much, or like a Goblin War Party. Goblin War Party, they probably have Fog or some way. Like I'm starting to think they have Fog, so I'm hoping that I draw the Goblin War Party just to elicit the Fog out of them. It could also be a Weather the Storm that they're holding up, and they get in for 2. Okay. Okay, I will move to combat. And I'll get in for 2. Now they can crack a Limbus to make it so that they like gain 1 life from this interaction, which is what I imagine they'll probably end up doing. And I'll just pass the turn. No, they return Crypt Rats again. So they're going to perhaps kill their own Fairy Macabre here. I'm not certain what their plan is. Or they're just going to go 1 to kill my Thornscape Familiar. No, they're going to leave it open now. So there's a Goblin War Party. Unfortunately, they now have the ability to Crypt Rats on lock. We could do it and then force them to do some things here. So if we go Goblin War Party and Twine, they would have to go 2 damage, sack the field, and then we can go. Then could we go Goblin Avenging Hunter? So that's 5, 6. No, we couldn't. We would be 1 shy. We could do it next turn, but they've already returned the thing. The problem is about going Avenging Hunter first is an issue. But actually, here's what we do. Can we do both? So if we go Seething Song, that's 5. That's 7, 9. Are we actually 1 short of entwining the Goblin War Party into that? That's 4. That's 5. That's 5, 9. Plus 3 is 12. This is 6, 11. No, we should be able to do it. All right, Seething Song. Let's see if they use their Crypt Rats here, or some type of removal. Our opponent is waiting. They are waiting. Trying to think of something. I did take a long time here. All right, this. Okay. Avenging Hunter. And we have enough even if they were to kill the Thornscape Familiar here. All right. And if they don't kill the Thornscape Familiar, we don't have to sacrifice our Hickory Woodlot either. I will grab another mountain. Mountain. Goblin War Party entwined. Now, if they have fog, this is just we lose. But we'll see. Okay, combat. So, because what they could do, they could go weather the storm and then untap, take the initiative, wipe the field, and we'd be forced to draw into another Avenging Hunter. But there are other ways of doing things, and I felt like this was the time to do something. All right, attack with all creatures. And they go kill our thing. So they're going to... Well, they need to block here, don't they? Oh, 1! Oh, I was off by 1. All right, so they could just kill that. So now they can take the initiative. But Crypt Rats, they can gain life in Crypt Rats. But we might still be okay. We won't be able to do it on their turn, but I guess we won't be okay. Depends what they do here, because they can gain some life in Crypt Rats. Yeah, that's what they do. And they can put themselves down to 2. However, we might be okay still. Let's see. What do they do? 2. So they completely wipe the board. Do they have another creature here? Any order? They have another creature from the looks of... Yes, they have a Troublemaker. Oof. And an 0-1. So we hit another creature too, but I'm just going to move on to game 3, right? Is this game 3? Right, this should be game 3. They got us on this one. Begin sideboarding. So we're going to have to hope for, just I guess a slightly better hand here. We didn't, we had a pretty decent starting hand, but we just didn't go anywhere until way too late. Goblin War Party put him to 1, funnily enough. We almost got him there. But the fact that they were able to tap out and kill the Avenging Hunter made it not very good. But I don't think I got anywhere else by waiting there. Besides potentially drawing first day of class, which we did not draw. All right, I would like to be on the play. This is a mulligan. This is technically a keepable hand, so we'll keep it. Very, very, very weak to duress, and basically as weak to everything their hand has. But we are not mulliganing to 5. So we are going to go Goblin and Archimancer turn 2. What else are we doing here? And then we're going to go hopefully go Thornscape Familiar. If they're going to kill our Goblin and Archimancer, probably. But what else can I do? So we're going to go Goblin and Archimancer and hope it survives. Then we'll go Thornscape Familiar, hope it survives. If they both die, we're in trouble. All right. What are they doing? Duress. Oh, and they take our 1 action spell. That's unfortunate. Ah, that was lucky. All right, so we're going to go Thornscape Familiar. We're going to go Seething Song. Goblin War Party entwined. All right, so we had something. This would have been incredible if we still had our combat. If we still had, what is it called? First day class, they made us discard. How much damage is this? They're down to 8. They're not dead next turn. That's only 7 damage. They can play their Crypt Rats, but they're going to need it to be able to make it have lifelink. They can gain some life, but they are in a rock and a hard place right now. They can also have just the natural field wipe, and we just draw into more mana. All right, they're down to 1. They can wipe our field with untapped land. That Scry 2 field wipe spell if they have it, but they don't, and we win. All right, so we are now going to see, this is for the 4-1, the 5th and final round. Managed to play through some variants there, which is good. Our opponent discarded our first day, which they would have just been dead had they not. I believe, because we had more than enough mana to go like first day into pest summoning into Goblin War Party Entwined or something like that. All right. So we got him. That felt good. After the tragic game 3 or match 3 loss. Which I'm still think I maybe game 1 I should have waited a turn rather than just playing directly into all their removal. But the problem with doing that is that you're on like a clock type issue, and a lot of the time, like in that situation, I really felt like they were only going to kill one of them, and they did. But unfortunately, we needed to top deck something. I forget what it was either action or mana, probably mana, and we didn't top deck mana. Which is one of the reasons why I'm not doing the stadium vendor, because there's a stadium vendor like Goblin Matron build that you could do with this deck, where you would cut the Desperate Ritual for Stadium Vendor, cut Glimpse for Goblin Matron, and then figure out something to cut from like Goblin War Party Adventuring Hunter in order to have Goblin Bushwhackers, in order to make the deck a little lower to the ground, but it's even weaker to mulliganing than this deck is, so I'm not even going to bother for now, I think. At least that's what I'm assuming. So this hand has potential. It has BTE into Leyline Weaver, and this looks like, it's the Menace. All right, we're going to play Hickory Woodlot. We're going to go BTE into Leyline Weaver, or should we? Because first day of class gives it a thing. So what we want is we want to be able to go over the top of what they're doing. We may not be able to. That's a double Ethereal Armor start. Very good for them. They're getting through for 6. We could be dead next turn if they have the thing that gives it a damage equal to his toughness. So because we want to have as much mana as possible, it is better for me to cast out this Leyline Weaver. I could also cast this BTE for blocking, but I think I can kill them. So I'm going to play this Leyline, right? I'm pretty sure I can kill them. And I can always use these to block. If they go Big Booty, am I dead? It would need to have Vigilance. So they need Vigilance plus Big Booty. So I'm just going to go Leyline Weaver here. I want the +1 counters on this Burning Tree Emissary. Not planning on blocking with Leyline Weaver. I'm just planning on having it give me more mana. Let's see if I'm dead here. Do you have the Big Booty? What the hell? Ward of Light. Alright, so it's pro-red. Okay. Does it have Vigilance? Do you already have Vigilance? Please tell me this card doesn't have Vigilance. 13, so I'm going down to 1. Alright. And I'm pretty sure they are just dead anyway. So we can go... oh, wait, we don't have a... we don't have an actual factual thing, do we? We do have blocks. We do have blocks for days, though. So we can go red, because this first day of class doesn't actually... We can also destroy Solid Footing, but I don't see how that helps us. So we're going to go Manamorphose here. We're going to go red, I think. Or red this... Yeah, we're going to go red-green, I think. All right, so red and green. That is a lot of those. So we're going to go 4, eh? So we can go first day of class, grab the artifact. So we should have led with the Glimpse. This is the card we want. 1, 2. All right, so now we can go... this first day of class not looking very good anymore. And now we can't even cast a Goblin War Party. So I made a large series of errors here. However, we can cast another Glimpse. There we go. And that gives us tons and tons of blockers. And we just need to hope that we hit some mana at some point. Right, no response. We will chump with the Laguna Band Trailblazer. Alright, declare blockers. I believe they don't have any type of lifelink available. Okay. And we're just kind of in a waiting room now. We can make a large amount of things happen. Solid Footing, so that's a 1/5 as well. We need to block everything, so that's 2 a turn. We did hit the thing, but I don't know if we can kill them. We have this red. red. So that's 6 mana. That's 8 mana. We are still shy. So I guess actually it is still worthwhile just chumping with 2. It takes us down 2 creatures though. But we could do this. Play the Thornscape Familiar, and then maybe that gets us out of this here. We need to block with 2 of these, though. I think that's fine. So we'll play Thornscape Familiar, and we'll try another turn. We're still hoping to hit more mana. We're going to go down 2 colorless mana here, but I think that's fine just to get the Thornscape Familiar down now. Sentinel's Eye. So that now has Vigilance. They chose that one to give Vigilance. Interesting. So we will block. All right, declare blockers. Block. And block. Okay. Really want to hit a Seething Song. Question is, how long should we wait for a Seething Song? All right, next turn. That's a Goblin and Archomancer, so we're still missing on Seething Songs. We can go red. We can go first. You know what? We're going to burn 1 first day of class and in search of red mana. Should we? Because we can go first day of class here. All right, first day of class. We can get the card draw or how to start a party here. That. Right, so how much damage is how to start a party? They block our biggest creature, which would be a 5. This deals 4, 8, 10, 12. We get how to start a party, or how to start a riot. We will get the how to start a riot. Yeah, I guess we do get how to start. It's either how to start a riot or Origin of Metal Bending. I think we'll get how to start a riot here. And then we can go this. BTE. It's red. Always yield. Always yield. We can go red. And we don't have enough to entwine, but if we go red-green here, we can leave one of these back. But then we have an issue with some other things. Wait. Is this lethal? So if I go Goblin and Archomancer here, I think this might be lethal. We're going to try for it. So if I go Goblin and Archomancer, sacrifice this, Goblin War Party, cast, create 3 1/1 red goblins, cast, untap, no response. Okay, no response. And then I tap this to play How to Start a Riot. Give my biggest creature menace, right? How to Start a Riot. We'll give. I haven't done the math here. I'm just assuming this is lethal. Give this thing that to strike a player. This is lethal, right? They block a 5. That's 4, 8. That's block a 5. That's 4, 8, 12, 17. Yeah, this is lethal. All right, combat. Attack with all creatures. All right, we got there. Okay. Maybe it took me a little longer to do the math than I thought. All right. So, we got game 1. Now we need to do game 2. Kind of clunky with all those first days. We do all of our first days of classes. No rituals, so that was very difficult to do without rituals. But the deck can kind of function without it. Not bringing in Flurry Pain unless we see something. So that Goblin and Archomancer draw was actually quite good because it allowed us to win the game there, I think. Or maybe we had already won it even without it. But probably not, because I think if we had, we would have had to sacrifice all of our tokens and not had another creature from the battlefield to swing with, so they probably wouldn't have been dead. Alright, let's see here. This could be good. It has the glimpse as well for blocking, so I like it. We're going to lead on Leyline Weaver, I suppose, and try and use Metamorphose as a ritual. Notably, they're on the play. They had a really broken start last time, so we'll see if they have a really broken start this time. Not broken. They had like double ethereal armor. Sentinel Eyes. The thing has vigilance now, so if they have the big booty card, I forget what it's called. Solid Footing. That's what it's called. All right, so this allowed. So now, actually, I think it is actually worth casting the Metamorphose. All right, so Metamorphose because I drew that untapped land. I'm gonna go. I guess green here. I'll go red-green. No, I'll go green in case I draw a Goblin and Archimancer. Green. Interesting. So red. So I go this red. That's 3. So not quite, but that is a good draw still. So Thornscape Familiar into the Leyline Weaver. And this does give us green mana. However, Avenging Hunter costs 5 at the moment. We'll take however much damage they throw at our face this turn. I think they run Thraben Charm for removal, if I had to recall. We can just cast the Avenging Hunter. It's just not going to be very good here. But black and red. Interest. Oh, because it's red. What is this? What is this? This is wards for days? All the protection of Vril. But you know what doesn't have colors? This glimpse the impossible. All right. And they get in for... Ooh, 3/7 Vigilance. So that's going to be difficult. We're going to need to go over the... Oh, wow. All right, so that's really, really good. That means we can actually blow them right out of the water with an enchantment destruction spell. Or we can just try for a whatever it's called. So if we go first day of class here, which I think we should do, that gives us a lot of mana. We could also lead on the Glimpse the Impossible and see what we hit. I think I'm down for that, right? Right, so Desperate Ritual. We're going to go Glimpse the Impossible, 1, 2. Pretty good. All right, we're going to go green here. We're going to go first day of class using the red. And now I need to think. I don't think I actually have enough to go how to start or whatever. Have I played a land this turn? Because I do if I... Yeah, I am going to get how to start a riot. We could get the thing, but it's not even going to blow them out of the water that much. So how to start a riot... All right, so now we've tapped that, we can go Burning Tree Emissary. Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Leyline Weaver. Wait, cancel. We need to have 2 available for this thing here. So we can play the Leyline Weaver. Oh, wait, no, we don't actually have enough, do we? But we can play the Leyline Weaver using the red. And if I want to untap, I need to cast this Goblin War Party now. So that is what we do, because this will put it down to 1, and this does not cost 1. So Goblin War Party, cast, create 3 1/1 blockers, cast. And I guess they're not blockers, never mind. Okay, untap. Okay. And it costs 1 red now. No, still costs 2 red. So if I do this, and they become... This is protection from green. And they become... these become like 4. So that's 4. So they would block the 5. They block here. That'd be 4, 8, 12. They'd be down to 8, but they kill 2 of my things. Instead, I'm just going to go red and green. I'm just going to play this Narcomancer, and I'm going to pass a turn, and hope they don't have lifelink or something else very relevant. Because next turn, we can just go 1 mana, how to start a riot. And I believe that's lethal. Okay, well now they have another blocker. Right, we go down to 12. That was a pretty good draw because that lets us play a Avenging Hunter. 1, 2, 3. Manamorphose. This. Gonna go green and red. Should have gone green. Oh, no, I guess it didn't make a difference. Avenging Hunter. No response. Gonna grab the mountain now. Always yield. Always yield. Mountain. Play mountain. That's only 3, which is not enough for me to cast another Avenging Hunter, so we're just going to go How to Start a Riot, targeting our Goblin Narcomancer, and targeting myself. And we're going to move to combat, we're just going to swing all out. Let's see how much damage this is. This should be enough. They have 3 blockers, so they block however much. This is Menace, though, so they can block a 4, 5, a 5, so that's 5, 10 gone, 4, that's 4, 8, 13, still lethal. So I believe we have gone 4 and 1 here. Okay, combat damage. All right, we did it. We got the 4-1. Not another 5-0, unfortunately. I was hoping for a 5-0 party this New Year's, but that did not happen. Again, the variance kind of got in our way a bit there, although we were almost close to scrambling something together against that second bird matchup. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the league, and I'll see you for another video. All right, see you later.